Hello everyone, and welcome to the next episode in my Meet the Expert series. Today, this evening, a very dreary November dark evening, I'm being joined by the wonderful Carly Brown from Carly Brown Psychotherapy. So thank you so much, Carly, for giving up your time this evening.
Thank you.
We met, there's a running theme through these. We met at my WIBM, my Women in Business Network, at the London group. And I think it's a couple of years now we've been kind of turning up for lunch every month, talking about what we do. And I always cherish my conversations with you because you always add something. You always make me feel better or think about things differently. And it's a real gift that you've got. So I really wanted to showcase that with anybody who might be watching this evening. So, Carly, why don't you do a little intro about who you are and your business, please?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Carly Brown and I'm a psychotherapist. I run my own private practice in London and also locally to where I live in Olney. And I work with clients one-to-one delivering psychotherapy.
So the obvious question there, Carly, is what is psychotherapy?
Yeah, and this can be quite a common question. So often when we are looking at psychotherapy, we are using psychology. We're looking at our biological behaviors and also our behaviors that we develop from our experiences. So someone will often come to psychotherapy when there are some behaviors that aren't serving them anymore, and they want to change them or know how to change them. So a little bit like if you were starting your own business and you wasn't quite sure, where to go or how to start, you'd look for an expert within the business field. So very similar to if you're feeling a bit stuck or a little bit unsure, you've got some things going on in your life or some behaviors that you would like to change, then you would go into psychotherapy and have the psychology input there to help you change those.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of drill down on that a little bit more because I'm
Yes.
still not quite sure. That I mean, I've spoken to you many a time, so I think I
Yeah.
do have a gist of it. But who might be watching this that because it's what we do is completely confidential. We've got so many
Mm.
regulations for what we do, but I think yours is even more
Yeah.
restricted. So I
Yeah.
can talk about case studies so long as you can't identify who you're talking about. But I think you even struggle with that space. So maybe any trends of people that you're seeing, or maybe a stage of life,
Mm.
or who do you think might need to be really watching this video and learning a bit more about how to contact you?
Yeah, often somebody might feel really stuck, whether that's within work, emotionally, relationships. Um, at the moment, I work a lot with young people in their late 20s, early 30s, and they're going through a life transition. Often our needs in our 20s are very different to what they might be within our 30s. And they're at a point of a huge transitional period of thinking, is this the job or career that I want? Is this the friendship group that's right for me? Is this the relationship that I want? What do I want my life to be like? And these are kind of very clear developmental stages as well. And so what we're looking for in our 20s can be very different to our 30s. And that crossover transition time can be quite confusing for a lot of people. So often that support works really well during that time.
So I think maybe I'm a bit of a late developer, Carly, because maybe I'm having all those questions at 47. I'm still not sure I found the job of my dreams, but for now, this is where we're going.
Well, they can happen at any time. There's lots of different transitions. Again, another developmental period is often when children are leaving home or they're growing up and there's a different stage of life and we're starting to think about what we want, or again our needs change. So any time that there's a difference within our needs, we may need support just to figure those things out.
Or maybe if you've just been in the same situation for a long
Yeah,
time, it
yeah.
might be that your needs haven't changed, but you just feel differently about
Mm,
something that used to really motivate you and get out of bed in the morning.
mm,
But life just becomes very samey sometimes.
mm.
So, mm.
Yeah, it does. And often what we do in psychotherapy is we're delivering tools. So there's not a reliance on me. It's not just talk therapy. It's not just about talking. It's about quite directive work. So you're giving people tools so that they no longer need you. But those tools can be really, really useful. So you have the 50 minutes within the therapy time, but what you're really looking at is using that throughout the rest of your time that you're not in therapy, which can be really helpful. And I think that the tools or the directive work that we can do just really filters into sort of like what we would call the outside world.
I think the stigma around therapy, the
Mm,
narrative is very much changing. We were talking
mm,
just before we recorded this about actually a lot of the work that you do is almost preventative work. So
yeah.
before people get to that stage of complete, I can't do anything and
Mm,
I'm in a real mess, breakdown or whatever you would call it. Um, I'll let you describe it how you did to me offline because
yeah.
I thought that was really important.
Yeah, I think previously a lot of people would seek out therapy, and again, there was a bit of a stigma around it, but you would only go if there was an absolute crisis, if it was there was nothing else possible, and you kind of forced yourself to go because you was in a crisis. But now, because the wellness industry is so huge, it's similar to going to the gym or looking at your nutrition. It's keeping on top of things, it's maintenance. So a lot of the time people might get into a new relationship and think about, oh, there's a few things that are coming up, I'm going to look at them before they become bigger. Or I've started a new job and I want to be the best version of myself within that workplace. And so rather than let it be sort of get bigger and bigger and bigger, so it's a crisis, which is actually harder than to unpick. It's more of a maintenance. It's keeping, just like you would keep your body healthy, just like you would, think about the food that you're eating. It's keeping your mind healthy and keeping on top of that, and knowing that, you know when you've got a relationship with your therapist, then you can dip in and out sometimes, and you just keep that as maintenance. You can keep on top of things as and when they arise.
I think that's so interesting. And I think everyone needs a Carly in their life.
Thank you.
Definitely, definitely. I'm glad that you're my friend. So we
Oh,
just get to
thank
chat
you.
over lunch.
We do.
And I can't officially say I have a therapist, but you definitely add value to my life, Carly.
Yeah,
So we're going to pop your
thank
contact
you.
details on the end of here. And I'm feeling that perhaps anybody that wants to just maybe explore whether you're the right person for them
Mm,
or whether, because again, with what we do, there's no one size fits all. I'm not right for everybody. Maybe
absolutely.
you're not right for everybody. But it starts with that initial conversation of, okay, I'm open to this. Let's have a little chat and then
Mm,
see. I'm sure you would signpost people in the
yeah,
right way if you're not the right person
yeah,
for them. So they shouldn't be scared to pick up the phone and get in touch or send an email because you're not a scary person
yeah.
at all, are you?
No, not at all. And it really, there is a clinical edge to it, but actually it really is quite relational. It doesn't have, it's not as scary as it you may think.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the similarity between you and I.
Mm,
Our clients have to trust us, but we have to trust our clients as well. And
yeah.
if you don't get on in that initial
Mm,
call, I'm very good at suggesting, okay, actually, I think there's somebody better that you could
mm,
work with, and signpost as I know you would as well.
yeah.
Not that there'd be anybody really that we wouldn't want to work with, but
Yeah.
you've got to have that trust, haven't you? So
Yeah, you're always working with what's the best interest of the client. So
absolutely.
you would put what, if there's if you're not a specialist, or something that would help further,
Yeah.
you would always point them in the right direction.
Well, lovely chatting with you again, Carly. Thank you so much for your time. We'll pop your contact details on the end of this video. And then anybody watching, we would really all appreciate if you could like it, share it, tag somebody who might be interested or somebody else who's well connected that might be able to then share the love. And let's just get Carly's message out there. So Thank you for watching, and please watch out for the next episode for people who do regularly watch my channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.